The public viewing of Pope Francis's open coffin at St. Peter's Basilica ended Friday evening. Following that, Church and Vatican officials sealed the casket in a private ceremony. Earlier in the afternoon, many heads of states could be seen paying their respects to the Pope. This included French President Emmanuel Macron, Lithuanian President Gitanas Nausėda, and Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban. As world leaders continue to pour into Rome ahead of Saturday's funeral, representatives from 146 countries and 10 international organizations are expected to attend. According to the Vatican, since Wednesday, more than 250,000 people have visited the Vatican to pay their respects to Pope Francis.
Authorities in the Vatican and Rome have put massive security measures in place for Pope Francis' funeral on Saturday. Thousands of police officers will be deployed, with reinforcements arriving from several Italian regions, along with security personnel from about 130 foreign delegations. According to local officials, the area around the Vatican and along the route of the funeral procession will be protected by comprehensive security presence covering threats from the air, land, and sea. In addition to the security arrangements, health measures have been put in place by the Lazio region. Pope Francis, who had been recovering after being hospitalized for 5 weeks with double pneumonia, died on Monday at the age of 88. Pope Francis' funeral will be held on Saturday at 10 a.m. in St. Peter's Square and attended by world leaders, including Argentine President Javier Milei, U.S. President Donald Trump, and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. So far, 130 official presences have been confirmed, including 10 royals and numerous prime ministers and ambassadors. According to current norms, the conclave to choose Francis' successor will begin between the 5th and the 10th of May.
Estonia's government has approved €2.8 billion in additional funding to go towards defense investments in a bid to meet NATO capability targets. The new funding will see the Baltic country average out defense spending of 5.4% of GDP over the next 4 years. It's a significant hike from previous levels where Tallinn was spending approximately 3.4% of GDP on defense. Defense Minister Hanno Pevkur says the additional spending will see a sizable boost to military equipment and ammunition. New missiles, air defenses, advanced communication systems, and additional troops, among others, will all be invested in. Estonia says the added spending is to increase preparedness amid a growingly unstable security environment after their neighbors Russia launched an invasion on Ukraine. The new bill comes just weeks ahead of the upcoming NATO Leaders Summit in The Hague in late June. It also comes after U.S. President Donald Trump threatened to pull Washington from NATO if members don't increase defense spending to at least 5%. Luigi Mangione has pleaded not guilty to a federal murder charge in the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The plea comes after federal prosecutors declared their intent to seek the death penalty against him. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi said prosecutors are seeking capital punishment as they considered the murder an act of political violence. They added that there is reason to believe the attack on Thompson was premeditated in nature and cold-blooded in execution. The formal process of putting charges to Mangione for the killing last December attracted several dozen people to the federal courthouse in Manhattan. It was the first time the Justice Department said it was pursuing capital punishment since Donald Trump returned to the White House. President Trump had vowed to resume federal executions after they were halted under the Biden administration. Mangione's lawyers say Bondi's announcement was a political stunt that corrupted the grand jury and deprived him of his constitutional right to due process. The 26-year-old Maryland native has been held in a federal jail in Brooklyn since his arrest.